Welcome, my name is Thomas. In this video, I'm going over some income tax course lessons for 2017 for some students that's training with me who making a career out of income tax preparation for themselves and their families. So we're looking at the Eic sheet or Eic form, which is stands for Earned Income Credit, and that's basically people who have qualifying children who worked and made a certain dollar amount, and based on filing status, qualify for earned income credit as part of their refund. And so this is a popular credit that's been around for years that a lot of low-income families get. And this form here is a two-part situation. This is where you put the kids on here. It holds 3 kids. That's all we deal with is 3. And so the name, first name, last name, social, year of birth. They ask the question, was the child under 24 at the end of 2017? If he was, say yes. Was the child permanently totally disabled during 2017? If no, say no. And down here, the relationship with the son, daughter, niece, nephew, cousin, whatever the case may be. And right here, generally, how many months they lived with you. So if it was 8 months, put 8. If it was 10, put 10. If it was a whole year, put 12. And that's how you basically fill out this form. And then the second part of this is actually going to the publication 596 and looking up how much earned income credit you actually receive for that particular client based on income and how many children they have. And that'll determine how much they'll receive part of the earned income credit, which is on line 66A of 1040, which will change due to the new 1040 form for 2018 coming out being modified based on the new tax reform laws. So the next form we'll look at will be child tax credit, which is used to be called additional child tax credit 8812 for line 67 of the 1040 is still named additional tax credit for that particular line, but they took off the name when it came to this form itself and shortened it to child tax credit. And so this applies to people who have kids under 17 and made a certain dollar amount. And a lot of times if you received EIC, a lot of times you qualify for additional tax credit as well. And so this first portion doesn't apply to us. These apply to people who have I-10s, which are basically dealing with people who don't have social security numbers. So we go down here to part 2 and we put on line 1, enter, and we don't use these instructions. They outdated. They don't make sense. So we basically use instructions from publication 972. And so if you got 2 kids, you put down $2,000. You go to line 2. It says enter the amount from form 1040 line 52. So if 52 is 0, then you put 0 here and bring down 2,000 right here. When it says 4A earned income, see separate instructions. This simply means the income that you earned from your job. So if all you had was a W-2, that amount will go right here. Taxable combat pay doesn't apply unless you're in the military. So that's 0. And so it says there's amount on line 4A more than 3,000. If it's yes, you hit yes. And you subtract 3 from the amount here and put your results on 5. And then it says multiply the amount on line 5 by 15%. So whatever this amount is times 15%, the results go on line 6. And then it says, do you have 3 or more qualifying children? If it's no, you hit no, and then you follow the instructions and proceed to finish out the form, which you will end up on the back page. Line 13 is where that money will go, and then the 1040 form, line 67. If you were doing a 1048 form, it would be in line 43. And if you was doing a 1040NR, which is line 64. And so since the tax reform laws has basically changed the form and the way we would be filling it out, it would just be one standard form opposed to the 1040EZ and the 1040A. It's just one standard form now. And so that's going forward with the changes with the tax reform. The next form we'll deal with will be 2441, Child Independent Care Expense. So these are for taxpayers who work, who have children, who have to have someone watch them because they're at work and they're too young to watch themselves, so they must hire a babysitter, or they go to a child care facility during the day so they can work. And so this is what this form is about. And so part one deals with the child care provider's name. So it's either going to be a person or organization. That's information will go here. So it depends on how that works. Part two, you put the dependents information here. So there's only 2 kids that'll be allowed to go on the child care form. And then we basically follow instructions until we finish. Line 7 is line 38. Adjusted gross income amount will go here. Based on the amount, we'll look at the chart and see what percentage that we'll be working with, which will go right here. And then line 10, if we have anything on line 47 of the 1040 father tax liability, that'll go right here in this box. But if it's 0, then we won't be filling this form out at all anyway. So that's basically how you do the 1041 form. We rarely have anybody who has child independent care benefits, and these are people who have jobs where they actually have someone who helps pay for their child care. So I haven't had an opportunity to see anyone with that yet. So basically, that's how they go. And then we're gonna do one more form, which is 4137, which is Social Security and Medicare tax on unreported tip income. So this form is basically for people who work in hospitality, which means people who work in the tip industry. So bartenders, waitresses, waiters, doormen, servers, cooks, anybody who generally receive tips as part of their job description will normally have on a W-2 7 and 8, box 7 and 8 will have some information inside of those boxes, which allows us to calculate the total amount differently than we would if they didn't have tip income. And so this here will be the employer information up top, and you go down here and just proceed to start filling out the form by answering the different questions. And when you get your results, you'll go to line 58 of the 1040 and put the results there. And so that's what this video is about. It's basically covering some of the basic forms that we use in preparing individual income taxes for clients during the upcoming tax season. And so with the tax reform coming up and the changes with the standard 1040 form being different, some of these other supporting forms may change slightly. I'm not sure, but we'll find out as we get closer to December how that's going to look like. And so in this video, this is for the income tax career training students that's taking this course, and I'll see you in the next video.